Hello everyone, welcome back once again. So another controversy is unfolding in the UK media world after royal reporter Chris Sheep found himself at the center of criticism for spreading claims about Meghan lifestyle brand, Asever, that were quickly shut down by Meghan's own team. The incident has once again sparked debate about the reliability of royal reporting and the speed at which rumors about the Duchess of Sussex are pushed into the public space. The situation began when Chris Sheep reported that Meghan was preparing to expand her lifestyle brand Asever internationally. So according to his claim, the first major move will happen in Australia before the United Kingdom. Sheep went further, suggesting that Meghan and Prince Harry were planning a trip down under, specifically to launch the brand's expansion in that region. So for royal watcher, the story sounded dramatic and ambiguous. This idea that Meghan would bypass the UK market and focus on Australia created immediate buzz online. But it did not take long before the entire narrative began to fall apart. So soon after the report began circulating, Meghan's spokesperson stepped in and directly addressed the claim. The response was clear, calm, and firm. The spokesperson stated that the reports were nothing more than speculation and clarified that no decision had been made regarding where or when Asever would expand internationally. This simple statement immediately changed the conversation. What had been presented as inside information suddenly looked like guesswork, and in the clarification spread online, the spotlight quickly turned to Chris Sheep and accuracy of his reporting. So social media user wasted no time reacting. Many questioned why a royal reporter will present such uncertain information, as though it were confirmed. So critics argue that responsible journalism requires verification, especially when discussing business plan and international expansion that can impact public perception and brand credibility. For Meghan, however, the moment highlighted something different: the strength of her growing brand and her commitment to controlling the narrative around it. Asever has already generated significant attention since its launch. The lifestyle brand represents Meghan's vision of thoughtful living, quality product, and authenticity. Rather than rushing expansion for headline, Meghan has consistently shown that she prefers careful planning and long-term strategy. So supporters pointed out that the quick response from her team demonstrated professionalism instead of allowing speculation to grow out of control. Meghan representative clarified the fact and prevented misinformation from spreading further. In contrast, critics say Chris Sheep report illustrates a wider problem in parts of the UK royal media ecosystem. Because for years, rumors and assumptions about Meghan have often been treated as news long before confirmation appears. And this pattern has led to repeated situations where dramatic headlines collapse once the truth emerges. So online reactions were particularly harsh toward the Sheep. Many users accuse him of repeating the same mistake that has damaged the credibility of royal reporting in the past. Some pointed out that the rush to publish sensational stories about Meghan frequently backfires when a team releases factual statements. Others say the situation was embarrassing for the journalists, especially because the correction came too quickly. So what was initially framed as exclusive insight into Meghan's business strategy quickly turned into a public example of why careful reporting matters. Meanwhile, Meghan herself continued to focus on building a project rather than responding to every rumor personally. So over past few years, she has developed a reputation for moving quietly but strategically, often revealing major steps only when plans are ready. So that approach appears to be part of the long-term vision behind Asever. Instead of chasing immediate international headline, the brand seems to be growing at its own pace. Because supporters say this measured strategy is exactly why the business continues to attract attention and consumers' curiosity. So many observers also noted that Meghan's team handled the situation with restraint. There was no dramatic back and forth, no extended argument with the media, just a straightforward statement clarifying the fact that calm response allowed the truth to speak for itself. Because for critics of sensational royal reporting, the incident became a clear reminder of the difference between speculation and verified information. And when reporters rely on assumption instead of confirmed detail, their credibility can quickly take a hit. And that is exactly what happened here. Instead of exposing a major international business move, Chris Shipped ended up facing questions about reliability of his claim. And on the other side of the story, Meghan's reputation as disciplined entrepreneur appears stronger than ever because her willingness to let facts replace rumor reinforced the idea that she is forced on building something meaningful rather than feeding media speculation. And in fast-moving world of online news, story can spread across the internet in minutes. But as this situation shows, they can also unravel just as quickly when the truth comes out. And for Meghan, the moment serves as another example of how quickly misinformation can circulate and how important it is to correct it promptly. For Chris Ship, however, the episode has become a reminder that credibility in journalism depends on accuracy. And when speculation is presented as fact, the backlash can be swift and public. As the dust settles, one thing is clear. Meghan continued to move forward with her brand on her own team, focus on thoughtful and growth and carefully planning. Meanwhile, the journalist who tried to predict her next move is now facing the consequences of getting the wrong story. In the end, the episode highlights a broader lesson in today's media. Environmental. Speculation may generate quick headline, but truth is what ultimately lasts, and this time the truth arrives faster than the rumor could survive. So, looking ahead, many supporters believe this moment will only strengthen Meghan's position as entrepreneur who value accuracy, strategy, and integrity over noise and speculation. And each time her team step in to clarify the fact, it's reinforced the idea that her projects are carefully managed and not driven by media pressure. For Chris Ship, however, the situation may linger as a reminder of how quickly credibility can be challenged in the digital age. When story collapses under the weight of simple factual correction, the public is left asking serious questions. Was it journalism or just another rumor dressed up as news? And with that, we will wrap up today's list. Thank you guys for watching and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates and thoughtful conversation about story making headline. Your support truly means a lot, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.